Making fridge pickles. We tried this last year for the first time with my sister, and we probably did like a few ice cream buckets full, and it was our first attempt, and my kids would get home from school and just eat some pickles, which I think is a great, pretty healthy snack, especially when it's just fresh pickles from the garden. So what I am doing is I'm actually taking the pickles. I have a bowl, and I'm just washing them, and once they're kind of rinsed off and I feel like they're clean, then I just bring them over and I kind of like flick off the water, and then I bring them over here and I cut them in half, and then I cut them in half again if they're a smaller pickle. If they've been really big, like this one's a little thicker, so I might actually do this one, cut it in half first, and then I'm going to lay it on the side and angle my knife and cut it into thirds rather than half. So then I'm getting 6 spears out of a pickle. And then I'm just going to keep grabbing pickles that are washed, and I'm just going to keep cutting those until I feel like my jar is full.
Don't you want my pickles? Don't you need my pickles? Don't you love my pickles? My big jar pickles. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. No, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pickles. Called them Power Hour, Squirtin' Tower Flower pickles. They were shower, lour, whiskey, sour, hour pickles. My gherkin, jerkin, firkin, lurkin, workin', and perchin'. My dill, drill, fill, spill, swill, skill, pill.
Alright, so now I have my pickle jar full. I'm kind of shaking around and nothing's moving. The recipe that I use calls for fresh minced garlic. I never seem to use it fast enough, so what I ended up switching over to is this Spice World minced garlic, and it just has to be refrigerated, and 1 teaspoon is equal to 1 clove. So I did 1.5. Technically it should be 2 cloves, but I actually am not a huge fan of overly garlicky ones. I like them to be heavier in the dill, so I lighten up my garlic just a little bit. All right, and then the next thing on the recipe is, after the garlic, is to add some fresh dill.
Mom, can I taste test one of these?
The pickles are not ready yet. I'm working on them right now.
I love these pickles.
I know, hopefully.
Are they don't you just not put them on anything, you just eat them plain?
That's usually what we do. Sometimes we put them on food though, but a lot of times you guys last year you just ate them like as a snack.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do this year.
Yeah, when you get off the bus.
And also I'm going to bring it to school for snack.
I don't know if bringing these would work though, because I think they kind of need to stay in the fridge. So it might be one of those things that you just have
Mom,
to do.
can I help you with making these?
Yeah, of course. Do you want to pull up a chair? So on the other side,
This stool?
yeah, just pull up the stool. You can go on this side if you want. That way,
I'm really thirsty.
you're really
Mom,
thirsty.
you know what I'm mad about?
No, what are you mad about?
We don't get a just drive on it without pushing.
Oh shucks, you guys didn't get the.
It's closed.
Oh, it was close. So you didn't get the new battery for the tractor.
My headphones are, these are ours.
Okay. Hey, are you gonna help me or not?
Oh yes.
Why don't you go wash your hands with soap and water?
Why?
Because we're doing food, and you were outside, right? Yes.
No, I didn't touch the dog.
I still want you to wash your hands, because when we do food, you need to wash your hands.
All I did was just come in.
I understand, but I'd still like you to wash your hands. Thank you, sir.
Mommy,
Yes.
can I just some of your tea?
My leftover tea? That's fine.
I'm really thirsty.
All right, hands over here. After you wash your hands with soap, then you can add the dill to these other ones that I have prepped up. So I'll have this set aside. Nope, wash your hands with soap first.
I wasn't even gonna help.
I need you to wash your hands with soap first. So I am using white distilled vinegar, 5% acidity, and I am going to make a double batch. So like mine calls for 1 cup of vinegar, so I'm just gonna do 2 right off the bat. 2 cups of water, drinking water. Huey, so this distilled vinegar Or not distilled vinegar.
Is dill.
This is fresh dill, and you can crack off these pieces and put it in the jar behind my phone.
Which jar? Both of them?
Both of them, yep.
Like, Mom, is it okay if there's like just some, like a little bit of these?
Yeah, yep, that's fine. All right, so after I did the 2 cups of distilled vinegar, then I did 2 cups of water, and I already added the garlic and the dill to the jars. And then the next thing I need to do is add salt, and I am going to use kosher salt, or the other thing you can is called pickling salt. But
And also throw this.
let's not do the stems, but all of the leafy stuff. Then you can throw those in.
Mom, is it okay if like you get a little bit of the stem in?
Yeah, that's okay, but I would say try your best not to get that in there.
Okay. Oh, there's still some of it.
Oh, yep. So just split it evenly between those 2 jars. All right, and then I'm gonna do, since I'm doing a double batch, I'm doing 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. I need 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Mom, I'm gonna sit over here so I can.
Oh, you want to be in the video? It calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar. I like to cut it down in half. I don't know why. I don't like my pickles very sweet, so I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon of sugar. Next step is to boil that, and just like boil to dissolve all of the sugar and salt to make the brine. All right, and so now I'm gonna pour the vinegar and salt and sugar into my pan. And it looks like some of my sugar and stuff is on the bottom, so I'm just gonna do a little swirl. Make sure it comes out. Oh, looks like I didn't get all of it, so I'm gonna take a little more back in. There we go.
Can I look at a cucumber?
Are you just gonna eat a cucumber as a snack? Absolutely. And then I'm gonna turn that on and let it boil so that I can add it to my pickles. All right, so my water is starting to boil, so I am going to, did you put these lids on? I'm gonna start filling the jars with a hot brine. I did add a little bit of dried dill seasoning to my brine because I did not have as much fresh as what I was hoping. Yep, I'm gonna put the lid on. It's hot, isn't it? And I'm actually gonna put a pot holder.
What's
in
hot?
the pickles. And then we're just gonna set them out and let them cool off. And then I'm shaking them a little bit because sometimes there's some little bubbles in there. Yep, see, it's hot. It just was boiling. You can see all the bubbles coming up. So that's perfect. So we're gonna let this one sit and cool. And it looks like I need to do another batch of brine in order to fill these. You want ranch with your cucumbers? I'm guessing you have to go back in the fridge. And so I have more cucumbers, so I just took some old jars, cleaned them out really well, sanitized them, and then I put a little bit of dill on top. So it's kind of fun. You can actually see in the pickles all of these bubbles. Maybe you can't see as well in the, oh, thanks, Huey. That's good.
That's Ella.
Oh, thanks, Ella, for shaking it. But there's still bubbles coming up. But we're going to let this just sit here.
Ooh, that's hot.
It's still hot. We're just going to let it sit and then cool down to room temperature. And then once it's cooled off, then we'll put it in the fridge. And then they should be ready in 24 hours. But I really feel like day 3, they start to taste really good. So I'm going to finish making some more batches of pickles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller jars. And I just reused old pickle jars and some peanut butter jars for what I have. And so I'm gonna just let them sit on my dining room table for probably until I go to bed, and then I will go put them in my basement fridge to finish cooling off, and then hopefully in 24 hours, so tomorrow night they'll be ready. But actually I will probably save our first pickle to try until at least 2 days, because I feel like they taste even better after a couple days, and they're nice and snappy and a nice little snack for a hot, sweaty day like we've been having this week. So kind of looking forward to those. And I think this was 2 grocery bags full. I don't know how many pounds, but that's plenty of pickles to last us a long time. Unless my daughter Nora gets a hold of them, we might not have any left. She loves them. So, but anyway, that's the process of making pickles in a jar. And just once again, the recipe that I used, and by no means is this the best one, it's just the one that I used this time. It was 2 cups of that white vinegar, 2 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, or you can use 2 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon. I do dried dill as well as fresh, just because typically I never have enough dill to be completely full enough for the flavor. And then 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. And then the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar. I cut it down and I do half, so I did 1 tablespoon. And I did this 4 times, so I made 4 batches of this to fill enough brine for these jars.